Hello everybody, I'm Evan and welcome back to a Scratch tutorial on how to make a dodge high score game. So, last episode we made it so that the player moves and there would be fireballs that spawn and that can also kill the player, as you can see. If you haven't watched that, I'll leave it in the card above. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it, because otherwise you're not going to have any of this. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is make it so that, first of all, this player really needs to spawn in the middle instead of wherever he left off at. And second of all, one of the big things we have to do is make it so that there's health, because honestly, getting hit once is kind of a letdown. So, first of all, we're going to go to motion, and right at start, we're going to put a go to and do 0, 0, and now they will go to the center. Perfect. And that works just fine. Okay, so now as you can see, the player can still die, but now they start at the center, which is really good. We also go just to make it look better, point in direction 90, and under looks, we're going to switch costume to costume cat A, so that it's pointing in that direction with that costume. That looks a lot better. The other thing is I don't like how you can stop moving in the middle of a step, because that just looks bad. So under the if statement, we're actually going to change that to an if else. And under is moving equals 1, we're going to drag this down into there, get rid of that old one. And under else, we are actually going to go to looks and switch costume to costume cat A. And that should be good. Yep, as you can see, it goes back when you're not moving. That is good. Okay, so now we can start working on health. So, in order to do this, we can't really have this in the same script as this one, because we're going to have to deal with some other stuff. So just go back to events and drag another when I receive start out, and then go back to control and do forever. And under forever, we're just going to put this if statement in here, and instead of stop all, we're going to drag that out. And then go to variables and make a new variable called health. Now we can just have that there. That is good. And first of all, we're going to do set health to 0 when I say start, and set this to whatever you want. I'm going to set it to 3, so you have 3 hits before you die. And that is good. So now, all you have to do is do a change health by -1 inside of touching normal fireball. However, when you touch a fireball, it still collides multiple times, and as you can see, just by hitting 1, I got to -6. So to fix this, we just need to add some invincibility time. To do that, all you have to do is go to control and put a wait 1 second. And you can change that wait time to whatever you want, but make sure the wait is after changing health, because otherwise it's just not going to look good. Okay, so now as you can see, it actually sets it to 2. And that works. Okay, so now, one thing I want to do is, instead of waiting 1 second, what we're going to do is basically have it so that it does repeating. So the problem is, let me try that. Okay, so now, as you can see though, there is no indication of whether you have invincibility or not. It still looks the same, which is not good. So we want to change that. So in order to do that, instead of wait 1 second, we're going to do repeat. So we're going to say, I don't know, 3. And we're going to put that in there. And then what you need to do is put a set and set that to set ghost effect to, and we're going to say 100, and we're going to put that under here, and then wait 0.1 second, and then just duplicate this, put that in there, set ghost effect to 0, wait 0.1 seconds. And that way, it'll actually look, there you go. So now you can actually tell the difference between when you're invisible and when you're not. That is perfect. That looks pretty good. So now, all we need to do is put an if statement on inside of the original start, which is the one where all the movement is taking place. Just put that in there, and inside of the if, we're just gonna do, we're gonna put a less than, which is this one, and health is gonna be in the first bubble. In the second bubble, we're gonna do 0. So 1. If it's less than 1, which means 0 or less, then inside of that, we're gonna go to control and do stop all. That way, once we get to 0 health, we actually do die. Now, the only problem is, of course, because we started with less than 1 health, it did kind of glitch out and just stop it immediately. So we want to fix that by basically putting we could either just put this in a different thing, which I could actually recommend doing anyway. I would just put it under change health by -1. There we go. Right before it starts the invincibility. Because if we do it beforehand, or afterwards, I mean, then it'll wait until those are over and then die, which is not good. So, there. Then we'll do that. Because that way it won't kill us immediately if we have less than 0 health. And that'll be pretty good. Alright, let's try that. So now 2, 1, and 0. And once we start, we don't we don't stop right away again. Okay, that is beautiful. Next up, we want to make it so that the fireball here gets harder and harder. Because right now it just stays the same difficulty, and honestly, it's not that difficult either. Of course, you could just change the wait time down, but that's not good. So, to do this, the first thing I'm going to do is make a new variable called score. That'll also keep track of the score, which is good because, you know, it's a high score game. And in there, just like that, there we go. And then, we're going to, when I receive start, we're going to set score to 0. Just like that. And then, to change the score up, we're going to say that when it disappears, that's when the score changes. So, we're going to do change health, but we're going to change score instead of health. So, change score by 1. Put that right before delete this clone. Okay, there we go. So now, once it gets to the edge, it changes the score. That is exactly what we want. Okay, so now what we have to do is make it so that when it waits, no, not when it waits. So that it waits, so that it changes difficulty, so that it waits less as your score gets up, or just as time goes on. Now, the best way, in my opinion, well, the easiest way anyway, to do this, it's not necessarily the best, but it's easiest. So inside of wait, we're going to put divided by. And inside the first one, you could put, well, I'll just put 1, and then divided by score. So that way, as the score increases, it'll go down. And just because right now, if we start it and the score is equal to 0 beforehand, it will never go because 1 divided by 0 is infinity, so it'll just wait forever. So to fix this, what we could do is say before it actually even starts this loop, wait 1 second, and then create clone of myself, and wait like, I don't know, 5 seconds so that it has time to go across, and actually it does not need to be that high. I'd say like 3. That way it won't be infinite. So now they should start coming. There we go. And now, as you can see, as the score goes on, yeah, it gets pretty difficult. Alright, let's try to do that again. Now as you can see though, it increases way too fast. So the one thing you could do is obviously just change this up. I'm gonna say to 5. That'll probably be good. But the other thing is that eventually it becomes impossible. So to fix that problem, we're going to put a plus into it and put this into the first bubble of the plus and drag the plus back into where you had the divided by operator. And inside the second bubble, you could just put whatever minimum time you want. I'm going to say 0.5. So it'll always wait at least 0.5 seconds. That will work. Okay, there we go. And now it will wait actually quite a bit before spawning another one in. Oh, okay, there we go. I got hit by that one because I'm bad at dodging. There's 3. There, here comes another one. And now they should start to come more often, once every second right now. And now more often. And it'll just kind of keep getting higher and higher. Okay, so yeah, as you can see right now, it increases in difficulty a lot slower, which is exactly what we want. And that, whoa, okay. As you can see, that is just fine. So to up the difficulty a bit, what we could do is just go under where it says normal fireball and duplicate it. Now, inside of this, we are actually, well, first of all, we are going to make it so that this does not spawn right away, and instead of normal fireball, it's going to be a fast fireball. Okay, there, it's good. And instead of set score, no, we're not going to set score to 0, and we're also not going to wait. We're going to get rid of this part, so it's just this, when I say start, then forever wait, blah blah blah. And we're also going to change this up to well, let's say 10 for right now. We can always test it out then, and it always has to wait at least 1 second. Alright, that'll be good. And then before this, I mean, so that it doesn't just go into infinity again, we're going to do control wait until, and then under operators we're going to do the greater than, and we're going to do score is greater than, and then whatever you want, probably, so whatever score you want them to start appearing, that -1. So let's say if we want it to start appearing at 50, we put 49, because it does not include 49, it just starts at 50. Okay, and this might take a while, so alright, so as I was playing through it, I realized that this looks exactly the same. There's nothing different about it except for how often it spawns and when it spawns. So there's no way to tell if it actually appeared. So, we could always just change the spray, or the costume, I mean, you know, you could just do that. But the other thing, since I only have one, I'm actually going to do something different and set color effect. And I don't know what it would be, but we can always just try it out. Alright, so I'm gonna have a set color effect to 180 when I start as a clone. Okay, so that way it'll look red. And the other thing is under repeat until, so instead of move 10, we're gonna say move 15 for all 3 of these. And that should be just fine. Okay, now let's wait and see when we get these things. Okay, so there we go. You saw it right there. You saw another one, and here comes it, another one. Now, the one problem is you don't actually get hurt by them. And also, as soon as they start, they're already going at max speed. So to fix this, first of all, since we don't want to count the 50 points that you already have, because, you know, we don't want that. We're going to say minus 50, and that way this will restart. So under score, 10 divided by score, I just put 10 divided by score minus 50. Okay, there. And then the other thing is we need to go back to player because we need to add this. So we're also going to do touching fast fireball, and we're just going to put and put touching normal fireball and touching fast fireball in this, so that way it can actually interact with both of them. Okay, so I'm gonna make it so that it sets the score up to 45 so that it's quicker, and also set the health up to 10 just for right now so that I can easily see it, you know. So yeah, as you can see, now it should come a lot quicker. Yep, so that'll be easy to test. And now, after about 10 seconds, the first one should come. I'm waiting. Alright, so it seems as though all of our collision has now broken. I'm gonna go try to find the reason of this. So, as you can see, our health is not going down at all, and also these guys are not spawning. So this, first of all, instead of minus 50, it's gonna need to be minus 49 because it will still be infinity, and that's something I forgot to mention, because that would end up being minus, well, that score minus 50 when it starts spawning would be 50, which would be 0, sorry, and which would be infinite, so that wouldn't work. What we did wrong here was we put and. That would mean that you have to be touching the normal fireball and the fast fireball. I meant to put or there, my mistake. But there you go. So that's a few things that you may have done wrong. That's okay though, because now it should work just fine. So sometimes you'll get errors like that, and you just have to try to figure it out. That's one of the greatest skills that a scratcher can have, is being able to find problems and solve them. So yeah, just kind of think of that then. Okay, so we should hopefully get this thing. Oh, there it is. There's one. Okay, so now we actually do lose health by them, and also the normal ones as well, which is exactly what we want. And there we go. We got hit by it again. Okay, cool. So we've got a red fireball that can also kill us, and the normal ones can kill us as well. So that works just fine. We can also add, let's just duplicate the normal fireball. No, we'll duplicate the fast fireball again, and it'll be called big fireball, and this one will actually be red. I'm gonna change the fast fireball to like blue, I think. First thing I want to do to this one is make it so that instead of 49, it'll be 99. This would be minus 99 as well, and instead of waiting 10, it'll wait 15, and a limit of 1.5 seconds. This thing will go at half the speed of the normal fireball, and under looks, we're going to say set size to 100. Actually, no, 50. I think that's good, right? If we have this at 50, we actually don't need this because it already, if we just have this thing here, there we go. Yeah, 50 would be good, and that is good. So now if we just kind of, you know, set the score to 95 to begin with, that'd be good. Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, now we're actually gonna get a lot of these ones. Okay, there we go. So now, after a little over 15 seconds, about 16 and a half seconds, we should get this beautiful big fireball. That'll be wonderful. Okay, so let's just, oh, there's one. There's another one. There's yet another one. Alright, so the problem with these ones is that they're not actually moving far enough to even get away from the edge. So in order to fix this, all we're going to really have to do is just make it so that Well, we have to test this, so this is the wrong one. This is normal. Let's go to the big fireball. And actually, let's just hide that again. Alright, big fireball. If we just kind of get all of this out of here except for the initial stuff. Okay, so that is not enough. We're going to have to do 4 maybe? No. Let's try 5. Nope, I think 12. There you go. Okay, so repeat 12 instead of what was it? 3. And then we can set this to 12 as well, I think. That'll be good. Okay. Now we can try that. Oh no. So so the problem with this right now is that when we press start, the score is already greater than the required score. So to fix that, all we have to do is just do a wait. 1 second should be good enough, and we can also do that in fast fireball. That'll be good. So now that shouldn't happen. Okay, so that was a bit of a glitch that I completely did not think about before. So yeah, these are the kind of things that you don't think about at first, and they can lead to some funny glitches sometimes, and sometimes they just lead to weird or annoying glitches that break the game. But as long as you're able to fix them, it's pretty good. And there it goes. They move slowly, but they are a lot bigger. So they're very vicious indeed. Okay, and as you can see, that is good. And now what we can do is, okay, so the one thing I want to do is make it so that these things change the score by more, because they're a bit hard to dodge and encounter. So under fast fireball, I'm going to say change the score by 2. And under big fireball, change the score by 3. That will be good. Okay, so that's how the difficulty will work. And that should be good. Yeah, so now that changes the score more than the normal fireballs, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so they are hurting me a lot. It's very hard to dodge these things. Whoa, okay. So yeah, and these things change the score by 3. That is great. Wonderful. Yes, okay. So we actually got to 200. I might have to make this less difficult or more difficult. I don't know, but that is fine. Okay, so that is all the time we have here. Next episode, we will make a background so that it looks better, and I'll try to make a menu as well. So thank you guys for watching so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment in the section below. Subscribe to me if you're not already for more videos, and also join my Discord server if you have any more questions or suggestions. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.